Hello, my dear air signs. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here for your love reading for the month of July of 2023. I hope that you're all doing well and you're either a Gemini or a Libra or an Aquarius, or you're a cross watcher hoping to get information about an air sign. Now, the individual love readings are on Patreon on tier 1 for the month of July. So you can either join us there or, what can I say? I mean, for love, we do every Wednesday, we do a love reading, a twin flame soulmate reading, and it's a general reading. You can always check those out here on YouTube. We have moved the love readings over to Patreon, the individual ones, as they haven't been viewed as much as what they should have. So let's see what's going on, my beautiful air signs. So Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Your karma dharma is the Magician. So Gemini or Virgo, the Magician is all about magic. The stars aligned to give you that ace, the ace that you've got up your sleeve. You can manifest. You've got the intelligent mind. Now, we're going from the Cancer season to the Leo season, so from water to fire. And towards the second part, after the 22nd, 23rd, when Venus is going to retrograde in Leo, that should prove to be very positive for all of you air signs. So that will help you. Venus retrograde will help you revisit situations to either fix or close up things pertaining to the past. And that involves all relationships and money matters. So let's see what's going on. These readings in July are very similar to the June readings that we did. Past couple of months we've been doing it like this. July is not going to be an easy month though. Just keep that in mind, because there will be a lot of fated changes, shifts, with the nodes of the moon shifting from Taurus, Scorpio over to Aries, Libra. For you, this will be very helpful, since being air, of course, for Libra, my Libra individuals, they'll be letting go of surely relationships that were not in sync, not in balance. But that stands for all of us, especially for Libra, since they'll be dealing with past situations that really need to go. And obviously for all of us, we'll be getting uncomfortable as we try to reach the North Node in Aries, collectively speaking. Okay, so there will be a lot of pressure mid-month. It won't be an easy time, but we need to clear. We need to clear our lives up where, love and values are concerned. This is what is called for right now and what is necessary. So there could be a lot of communication. You've got the Magician, and there could also be collaboration, decisions. The Magician is Gemini, and Gemini, of course, can be a little bit of polarization. It's the twins, right, my dear Gemini? But it also speaks to logic. It speaks to things making sense. The Magician is the stars align to give you the tools to be able to create the magic yourself. So let's see what's going on. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. In love, thank you, Spirit, in the month of July of 2023. The focal point, the main, wow. I was just saying Gemini. I was just saying choices. Okay, so many of you may be in between a choice between two different people, or this is a head over heart decision, or you're going to choose the partner that makes more sense, the partner that's more communicative, the partner that's more logical. Some of you could also be thinking logically. Instead of thinking with your heart, because our heart can think as well. You're thinking with your head. So it depends on who you are in your own situation. I do have a special 20% off still. I don't know when it's going to end. You can get a tarot reading, half hour, an hour tarot reading, 20% off summer sale. You can get the links beneath this video. If you go to the link and you see that the special is off, that is a potential as well, because I don't know when this sale is going to end. The lovers is a divine union. This is what you are focusing on. So air signs, you're focusing on love here. It's going to be especially interesting for Aquarius. My dear Aquarius, it's going to be especially interesting for you because Venus will be retrograding in your opposite house. So obviously relationships, very, very important. And maybe a partner of yours is going back to the past and wondering what they're going to do, whether they're going to choose you or stay with you or whatever. It will be a very important time, especially for Aquarius. We've got the Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, and this is a 9-card spread like we did last month. Lots of fire. We've got Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. You're looking at the practical side of things. Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, and Ten of Swords. It's uncanny. It is really uncanny that the readings for this month usually show up challenges towards the end of the month. Astrologically speaking, that is right on point. But through pressure, diamonds are created. Remember that. Where there's been no change, change is going to happen. We don't have a choice. We need to run with the energies. We are all energy. We are all part of the world. And whatever is playing out in our environment, we feel it internally. It shows up externally in our lives. Remember, we're all part of the collective. So there is some sort of a loss towards the end of the month. We shall see. Venus will be retrograding from, as I said, 22nd, 23rd of July, all of August, and will enter retrograde 4th of September. After that, we'll have the resolutions surely. So it'll be quite dramatic. You know, Venus retrograde in Leo, in your 7th house, dear Aquarius, especially Aquarius. I'm afraid to say there's going to be quite a bit of drama. So the general energy is the Hanging Man, which is all about surrender, let go, don't fight this. Whatever is leaving your life, you need to let it go. You need to let it go. The Hanging Man speaks to surrender. You are seeing things from a different viewpoint here, and the Hanging Man is Pisces, and Pisces is the 12th house, of endings. It's the house of sleep. It's the house of solitude, isolation, quiet. It's the house of karma resolve. The wheel of fate turns. We've got Jupiter here. We've got two Jupiterian cards. Jupiter can speak to expansion, growth, optimism, luck, but it can also speak to segregation, truths, injustices made right, and maybe even needing to see the truth where there's been illusion. There will be no more illusion for you if you've been wearing those rose-colored glasses, because that's what the Hanging Man is. Now, also, I'm going to say, if some of you have been dealing with a Pisces, this could be an ending with a Pisces, because we've got the card of fate and endings. The wheel turns. It is a 10 and brings a release. All is happening in divine timing. This is what you need to trust. Six of Cups, a soulmate. Soulmate or nostalgia of past happy times. The wheel keeps turning always. If you've been with the wheel facing downwards, then this will be the change here. If you've been going through a good time, then there are challenges ahead of you. So just think of that. Think of that first and foremost. I've got the Ace of Wands, so there's been some sort of clarity or something that you desire greatly. I mean, fire, inspiration, creativity, even concerning your securities, because this is like the sacral chakra, the kundalini, which is a very sexual energy, and of course Leo is a very sexual sign, so a lot is going to be playing out. Look, this is also you having seen some light. The lights come on for you, but this is also the desire to connect with a soulmate. It's the ability to create. You've got possibilities and opportunities you've had in the past, and this is about feeling very strongly about something. Very strongly about something. And yes, it does hold a sexual connotation. Now, Pisces is unconditional love. And fire, again, is all about activity, action, opportunities. It's as though someone has not, or someone wasn't able to have this opportunity until the wheel turned. Maybe some sort of imbalances and just too much sacrifice from one person to another. Too much sacrifice, some sort of injustices, I'm going to say here. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. What's going on, dear air signs? What is going on? Some of you may have connected with someone that feels like a soulmate. Could be a foreigner. Could be a foreigner. Maybe there were opportunities, and also even I get regrets here. We've got the regrets here as well with the Five of Cups. I get regrets here, and now it's like you're leaving it up to Spirit and saying, let Spirit deal with it. Let Spirit deal with it. Or you're waiting to see what Spirit will show for you. So you're leaving it in the hands of Spirit and God. I feel here it's like either that or that's what Spirit is advising here. Just leave it up to Spirit, leave it up to the divine, because there's a lot at stake here. We see the Lovers, head over heart decision, a very important union, a blessed union usually, but it is crowned by a Seven of Wands, which is conflict, right? Challenges, and at the base is the Five of Cups. So there's a spilt celebration, something having gone wrong. We do see that there's been investment here. I mean, with the Lovers in this love union, there has been investment. For some of you, it could also be 7 years. Others, it will be 7 months. But this is stuck energies. And we've got Capricorn, Aries, which is like sort of wanting to take action but not being able to, sort of looking more, or needing even to mature, as waiting on a situation to mature or a person to mature. Here I see that there's no maturation here. There's no maturity in the Page of Wands. It's only a risk. Now, Leo season is all about a risk. It's all about taking a risk. Now, where a risk is concerned, you can fall and, the risk can go wrong. It's like taking a gamble. We don't always win. Here we've got the Three of Wands. It's like, I don't know, I get someone having turned their back on you. This could be... Three of Wands, Seven of Wands. That's 10 Wands. So you've been carrying heaviness, or you're connected to another fire sign that may have turned their back on you. It may be that they've made a decision and they're running with that. Either that, or this is what's passed your mind in the past. That I get that you were in a bit of a dilemma in the past, to stay or to go. To stay or to go, and you've decided to leave it up to spirit. Even if someone's turned their back on you and you're dealing with a fire sign, of course it could be Aries, could be Sag, could be Leo. Also, we've got a little bit of everything here. We've got a 3 and a 7. We've got a 3 and a 7. 3 and 7. 3 and a 7. 37. That could be an age. I don't know. But 3s are all about expansion, growth, initial success. And 7 is a challenge. It's a turn. It's a Saturnian 7, number 7. But 7 is also spirit. So we go 3, 7, 3. Someone may have been born in March of 73. Obviously a Pisces. Nevertheless, I feel that it's like hot, cold, hot, cold. I don't know, dear Aquarius. I feel I said Aquarius, didn't I? So this is more important for Aquarius, obviously. It doesn't have to be only for Aquarius. This is for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. If this is Aquarius, Leo, obviously it's going to be very dramatic. If this is, if you're a Gemini, then obviously you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Now, and of course, if you're a Libra, then you're dealing with an Aries. I get here that there have been choices that have been made, and it's like you're hoping and you're fighting. You're fighting for a certain relationship. When you think that you're succeeding, it's like you get stuck again, because 3s are expansion, 7s are difficult turns. There's another 3 of Pentacles, and work could also be, work and money could also be the downer, the negativity here, because we've got Wands and we've got Pentacles. So finances and vocation could be what is steering the ship or not steering the ship. And that term, steering the ship, in this month's readings, these terms and these words, and about transition, movement, a ship gliding over water, transitioning, moving, emotionally, physically, have come up a lot. So this is a major, major theme. So just when you think you're expanding and you've got the green light and everything's going to be okay, again, there are stuck energies. And the Lovers, we see the Page of Wands, which is a messenger. It can speak to naivety, or, just ready to take that risk. Ready to take that risk. We've got lessons here. We've got lessons here, surely. Page of Wands, enthusiasm, fun, ready to go on a journey. But look at what the Page of Wands is sitting on. It's the Ten of Swords, which is like I don't want to say a rebound, but this is like a risk having been taken, and jumping into hot water, getting into trouble. Now, We've also got a 5 here. So we've got a couple of 7s and a 5. We've got a couple of 3s. And then we've got a 9 and a 10 and a 6, of course. 6, of course, speaks to balance. Remember what I was saying at the beginning, that mid-month, the nodal axis is going to shift into Aries and Libra, where there's been injustices, a lack of reciprocity and fairness between two people. This will be the beginning of the end, and this could happen with a bang, because the nodal axis is they're going to be peaking on Pluto, and Pluto is death. Pluto is endings. But it can also speak to things that have been hidden in secret that will be revealed. And you know, the 10 of Swords is usually betrayal. It's something that you don't know that was going on. Now this is you sort of going back and forth thinking, okay, this is going to work out, then it's not going to work out, it's going to work out, and you're taking some sort of a risk. 3, 7, 9. Nines speak to completions. 9 of Cups is usually a wish fulfillment. For me, this is not a wish fulfillment. This is someone else's wish fulfillment. Someone that's someone that is doing something that makes them happy. This is not something that's making you happy. I see your energy in the 5 of Cups here. You are actually mourning something that you're going to be finding out. You're looking straight at that 10 of Swords, wondering how come you did not figure this out. I mean, air is all about perception, wanting to know everything. Air signs are of great intelligence. They're very communicative. I get that there are regrets, that there's been wool pulled over your eyes. And I get that there is, for some of you, it's like you're kicking yourself and saying, how come I could not figure this out? I do get some deception here. On one side, you're probably going to find out about some infidelity I get here, because we do have a couple of aces here in the past. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. This speaks to a new romantic cycle, possibly a new sexual cycle. Some form of justice or injustices have been playing out here. It's like the wheel trying to turn, and then you having to surrender, or it's like needing to deal with a situation here, needing to face the music I get here. It's like you wanted to turn a blind eye. Now this could be the other way around. This could be. Because, you know, Pisces can be, I'm turning a blind eye, I'm totally trusting here. Beneath that Ace of Cups is the 10 of Wands, which is an ending of a cycle and obviously turns into the Ace again. Right, so it hasn't been easy in the past. And the Knight of Wands could also be someone who's very flirtatious, someone that is very driven, someone that is very single or acts single. It could speak to the past and some sort of a trip, or dealing with someone that travels for work or something around those lines. What I see here is that there will be regrets, that this could also be quite revealing for you. So instead of getting your wish fulfilled, you're seeing some sort of a betrayal, but it's the end of the month, and that's where the energies will be very powerful indeed. But remember, 10 of Swords turns into an ace, and you had a few aces there, so there's great potential for new situations breaking through for you. Let's take some more cards and get a bit more clarity. We do see a fair few mutable signs here, mutable energies, which does speak to change. Let's see what is the advice, dear Spirit. We're taking the Whispers of Love Oracle for air signs, please, Spirit. Air signs in the month of July. We have choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. And it's a number 21. And 21 is like the World card. Choose love. And what I get from this is you're choosing love. So you're choosing someone who actually really does love you. You're choosing someone that really is willing to do things, to surrender, because the Hanging Man is all about surrender, is all about sacrifice, is all about compassion and trust. So it does speak to choices, and you've got the focal point which speaks to choices. Now, doesn't mean that all of you have got a choice between two different people. The phrase choose love means that there's probably been war or anger or resentment or something like that. Dear air signs, choose love. So come from a place of love. Maybe this will fix the situation. If your relationship has been going through turmoil and a sense of loss, it's like hot, cold here. Choose love is the advice. Let's take some other cards and see what is going on for my beautiful air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. What is going on in the month of July? July and in love for my air signs. We've got the whip, which is arguments, objections, fights, possibly also anything legal. We've got the book. So there's conflict pertaining to truths or secrecy, or there's some difficult lesson this month going on in love. We've got a divine masculine here. So if you're a divine feminine, this could be your person. If you're a divine masculine, then this could be another masculine, let's say. Or this could be you as well, that you're going through a difficult lesson here. Let's take another one. And we've got a brand new cycle. So we've got news coming in, possibly towards a divine masculine or from a divine masculine. The rider. The rider speaks to action, being driven. It is an ace. Remember, we've got the magician here, which is another ace, a lot of communication. This is all about a new cycle, but it speaks to Mercury and Gemini. So a lot of energy and passion and news and speedy messages coming in. Let's take a couple more. We've got the sun, which will clear the nebulousness, the conflict, because there's a lack of clarity. The sun does speak to clearing out or seeing clearly or healing, or once a new cycle begins, it's like the sun comes through. It's like that rainbow after a storm. We've got the dog. We've got the dog, and the dog speaks to friendship. It speaks to loyalty. This is interesting. It's like towards the end, I feel that this would be more around the Leo season. So towards the end of the month and into August, because the sun, remember, is Leo. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the tree. And the tree speaks to health. Just watch your health. The tree also speaks to deep roots, a relationship that's very deeply rooted. Could be a past connection, a past relationship coming back, a soulmate. It could also speak to a spiritual connection. Let's take another layer here before we take my little love oracle. But before we do this, I want to see psychologically. I want to see where you're at in the month of July. So my air signs for the air element, Spirit, what's going on emotionally? Show us what is hidden in the psyche, psychologically, the month of July for air signs. This could show fears, this could show things that you are unconscious about, things that you may be coming into conscious about in the month of July. Let's see. We will see. We've got pause, which is like the hanging man. Some sort of a surrender or needing to wait. We've got guide. This is like the hermit. So someone is seeing the light. Someone is changing their perspective. Someone's been in solitude, not communicating. Someone has been going through spiritual awareness and awakening here. And maybe someone is also looking for information. They could be seeking advice also from a professional, from an astrologer, tarot reader, psychic, from a detective if there's been any infidelity, or someone's been soul searching. We've got action. So after someone sees the light, there will be action, there will be news, there will be communication, or just taking action. I mean, the bird is all about transition. Birds bring messages as well. And we've got a soulmate. There's an offer on the table here. But someone needs time to see the light. Let's see what's at the bottom. We've got reinvention. So there's a reinvention speaks to retrograde. There could be a soulmate that's coming back from the past. They've seen the light now. We see a lot of fire here, so there's a lot of desire. There's been deception, you see. There's been an offer where there's no trust. Big dreams, dreaming of an offer, whereas you're going to figure out that there's been deception. You've been dreaming about offering your cup, maybe. You come to understand that there's been deception. This could also be self-deception. Believing in the dream. Reinvention. I get that there's some sort of an ending here, surely. There is an ending here, and I get that there's a soulmate that's coming back, possibly from the past, or just a soulmate. Someone that may feel familiar to you, that you've known them before. Whatever the case, divine timing is at play here. The wheel turns. And it possibly brings something that you're needing to sacrifice, to open up. You're letting go of some past karma, right? For some of you, a soulmate is already in your life, possibly, right? You maybe have had missed opportunities in the past because you had other things that you're dealing with. Now, it could be someone that is also a foreigner, where there's physical distance. Right, the rider also covers ground. He takes a journey. He's going on a trip. Right? Let's see what the Lovers is about. And because, of course, Leo being a fire sign, there's going to be a lot of fire. It's going to be a hot summer. It's going to be a hot month, this month of July. The temperature will be rising. We've got a brand new cycle. Someone connecting with possibly a twin flame or a soulmate. Now, this could also be self-love. If some of you may have been with someone that was very important, you could also be leaving, I'm going to say, a karmic. Maybe you've gone through a very difficult lesson. Maybe a soulmate is entering your life. So this is self-love, and we do see Pisces here. So again, transmutation, change, letting go, not sacrificing anymore. Let me take the Hanging Man. See, this is releasing anything negative. This is releasing the poison. This is releasing any vices. This is releasing any unhealthy cycles that you've done. You've done in the past. Right? The devil is narcissism. It is addictions. It is very limiting. You know, the devil, where love is concerned, it can be something that, a relationship that's filled with challenges. For some people, I mean, the positive side to the devil, which is Capricorn, would be something long term. But this is also, and it weighs more heavily towards releasing a narcissistic past relationship. Releasing the ego as well. Let's look at that Three of Wands. And I'm going to say this is a secret love affair for some of you, because it's Pisces, and Pisces is secret love affairs, and the devil is third parties. Five of Pentacles. A feeling of being left out in the cold. A feeling of lack, not being happy, not being on the same page emotionally, coming from different beliefs. That's why the back is turned from this person on the Three of Wands. Let's look at that Three of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Cups. So the love that was offered was through a page. Now Pisces comes through again. This could be an apology, like going back around, coming back around, needing to see something again and again. And this is not an easy lesson. When it's like you open the door, dear air signs, you're opening the door to being treated as a doormat. And it's like you're forgiving, you're very forgiving. And then you find yourself again in the same cycle. Okay, this, Seven of Wands is a card of conflict and having the upper hand, but it is still, someone's in defense mode, or they feel as though they're needing to fight all the time. Let's look at this stuck energy. This is exactly what I was talking about. Returning back to the same position and expecting a different result. Hoping that you're going to succeed. And of course, some of you have been stuck with someone that's very narcissistic, very ego-driven. Let's look at that Six of Wands. Some of you may also have connected with someone that's very successful in what they do for a living, and they're used to people, rolling out the red carpet for them. So vanity could come along, could be there for some of you. And of course, this is a Leo card, and possibly in the Leo season, there can be some sort of a success or some sort of recognition here. Let's take one more here. There is. We've either got an agreement here or a disagreement, because here we've got the Two of Cups and then the Ace of Cups. Now, for a very few of you, you're possibly at this point getting through, like being able to mend that broken glass, let's say that. Maybe, but this is only for very few of you because of the retrograde season. Some of you will be able to salvage, or this is what you may think that there is going to be an agreement. And then we've got the worst. The worst comes through here. It's like your nightmares coming back around. I'm going to say this is only for very few of you, that you'll be able to salvage what is lost. Right? Because we've got the Two of Cups here and the Two of Cups are here. But he's focusing on the betrayal. It's like someone's agreeing, but then they have regrets that they've agreed to get past some sort of a hurdle. The forgiveness, let's say. A forgiveness. Because I see here that there is necessity for forgiveness. Some of you will not be able to forgive someone for their past deeds. Let's look at that Page of Wands. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, very different action here where something is very quick and then there's movement but very strategic and very slow and very careful movement. I get that this is an advice card that don't be too enthusiastic. Don't jump the gun. Slow down. Let's take that Nine of Cups. What's at the bottom? We've got the Three of Cups. One, 2, and 3 cups, but then we've got 5 cups here. Some of you will be jumping with joy about a reconciliation, but remember that with past relationships coming back, they don't always come to stay. Many times they come to end. They come so that you could put that full stop, so that you could see it again more clearly and do what is necessary. At some point, you cannot be expecting an ex to return again. How many times are you going to go through that cycle? It's sheer madness. Let's look at that Nine of Cups. We've got the Four of Cups. 4 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups. This is like a transition. And then after that, it's like possibly there's a new beginning here. It's like back and forth. Yes, let's take it again. Let's start again. Let's give it another go. Let's give it another. I'm giving you another chance. And I feel that you're sort of going back to square one again. And I'm going to say also, for those of you that have met your person and you're trying to salvage a past relationship for either for the children or for your finances or whatever, or even feeling sorry for your past partner, it's not going to work because your heart is not there. New love is coming in for many of you. 10 of Swords. 3 of Cups shows up once more. We cannot have the 2 of Cups when we've got the 3 of Cups here. And the 3 of Cups, of course, is reconciliation, but it's seeing that the cups were spilt all along. You possibly betrayed yourself, or you got pulled into betrayal. I don't know why, dear air signs. What I get here is an offer for a threesome. An offer that you may even potentially even look at. But at the end of the day, this is like, I don't feel like this is at your core. I feel that this is against your ethics. And again, I'm going to say, if this is someone you are dating and your first impression is red flag, then you need to trust that. Don't get pulled into anything that you don't want to take part in. That is a specific message for someone out there. And we've got the 3 of Cups here, which is third parties, no doubt, but also where there have been choices. Now a choice has been made. All right. For some of you, you may also even think of forgiving and giving someone a second chance. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. It's very hard for someone to break their habits. Unhealthy habits are very hard to break, whether they are sexual preferences or anything to do with using drugs and alcohol, or anything to make someone feel good. I mean, we've got the devil here and we've got the Nine of Cups, right? So I don't know if you can, is your person going to be sober? Are they going to be clean so that you could really look at giving them a second chance? I get that there are regrets here. There are regrets about a decision, and the decision may be coming from sacrifice, you sacrificing your happiness. Here is the lesson. Choose love, I'm going to say, but choose love for thyself first of all. And don't be someone else's doormat. And it is your choice. You're going to live it. You're going to live with the consequences, right? We've got the Star here, and the star does promise a wish fulfillment. This could be someone also that could also be well known in their community. We've got the Six of Wands here, which can speak to fame, fortune, stardom. We've got the Star, which can speak to the same thing. We've got the Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's interesting because we've only got a Queen of Wands. We've got a couple of pages here. And we've got a Knight. Very slow movement. Queen of Wands, she knows what she desires. She knows her worth as well. And I'm going to say it again. I mean, this is Aquarius, Leo. This is going to play out very strongly for many. So I'm just wondering, if you are familiar with your own chart, where is Aquarius and Leo? Which houses do they take up in your chart? There is the Empress as well. So we've got an Empress as well as a Queen of Wands. Now, the Empress, of course, is Taurus and Libra. It does show Venus. So this speaks to Venus retrograding in Leo will bring a wish fulfillment, will bring hope for many of you. Patience is necessary, obviously. And again, I'm going to say here, because we've got a divine masculine, we've got two feminine here. We've got an Empress, which is usually a mother, more motherly, and we've got the Queen of Wands, who would be someone that's more playful, more single, let's say. So I don't know how it speaks to you, and we've got the Justice card here. I want you to also check out the Fire element reading, because their title speaks to an injustice is a true blessing. Let go of resentment. And I get similar energies, so maybe check that out. We've got the Justice card here. I hope it was a justice and not an injustice here. Beneath that is the Two of Swords. So you see some sort of a choice connected to the past. Now, you're here watching this reading, so possibly challenges. You're not here because you're on top of the world and you're happy. Let's take the Love Oracle. Let's take the Love Oracle and see. Oh my goodness. We've got the Hierophant here, the North Node in Taurus. And the Hierophant, remember, is all about needing to trust, family, traditions, conservatism, your religion. This could be, separation, divorce could be against your beliefs. And of course, the Hierophant does speak to family, but also wisdom. Maybe someone who can advise you. You're looking for advice. What is the potential where love is concerned for air? We've got the Cats, we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got Eros. Oh my. Oh my. And we've got the Dog and Loyalty. The Dog and Loyalty, which is the Fool card. The Dog is the Fool card. Now, we've got the Dog and the Cat. This could speak to, fighting like cat and dog. This could be a past relationship where you were not on the same page. let's say, just generally speaking, these could even be like two people that cannot be friends, let's say. I mean, you can't, this is very rare where we have a cat and a dog becoming friends. They usually fight. They're usually very argumentative. And we've got the whip here, which is all about conflict, right? Because of different beliefs, because of secrecy, because of some sort of a lesson that you're needing to learn. The dog is also here. Now the cat, this is the hanging man. My God, it's the hanging man. It's Pisces, which we know that the cat, for her kittens, she will nurture, love, provide like a mother until they're old enough, right? Cats speak to not having 9 lives. It's very similar to the 9 of Wands, but it can also speak to distrust. Cats don't trust easily. So in a possible situation, relationship, one person was loyal, sacrificing, whereas the other one wasn't. There was distrust. Someone felt like they were taken for a fool because they were loyal. They weren't, they were like the doormat. They trusted totally and fully. That could be something that's playing out pertaining to the past, because it's the past position. Now, on another level, this speaks to having been through the mill, through the ringer. It's a time of ending of a karmic cycle. It's a time of release, because what Spirit is bringing in is a soulmate. This is also the 2 of Cups, which we've got here. And here is Eros, and Eros is the lovers. So we've got the 2 of Cups and the lovers here, which again, Eros was the love child of Venus and Mars. So there's infidelity involved here. On another level, Eros is very similar for me to the devil, because he holds a poisonous arrow. And the devil is about poison. It's about fears. It's your psychological situation and being poisoned, falling back into the same trap. The devil is a trap. The devil is such a strong sexual connection that's very difficult to break. But it's also a karmic cycle filled with lessons. Remember what I spoke about, that the positive side of the devil is that something can go long term. Now this could also be, the 2 of Cups, this could also be, we agree to go our, separate ways. We agree to go our separate ways. Or we try again, but remember the lovers is a 6. Is there enough, are you looking only at one person, or you're still stuck on someone that's very important that's come into your life, or someone that was in your life? We're talking about a soulmate and the lovers, which is more like a twin flame. The lovers would be for me. Difficult choices in love, and the choices may also be around parenthood and children. Generally, looking at these cards, they're amazing. They really are. But looking at your tarot spread, we cannot turn a blind eye and say that all is hunky-dory. I want to take on the 5 of Cups. What is this? What are these regrets? We've got Justice. And remember, I'm not reading reversals. So again, justice or an injustice. Balance or imbalances, because 5 of Cups speaks to an emotional imbalance. And see, there's still choices here. The 2 of Swords is a dilemma. We've got Justice, which is like the scales. We've got another 2 here. So at the end of the month, you're left wondering. That's what I get here. Wondering what to do. It's like you have not decided yet. There's also, some of you are also very loyal to a past family maybe that you've built. But this is strong. This is very, very strong. There's the king, and the king is it's a number 15, like the devil. The king, the emperor, take it as you wish. Beneath the emperor is like the 6 of cups. So a soulmate could be a soulmate that was very loyal to a past relationship, or a father that's very loyal to their children. And this could also be someone being split between their loyalties. And this message has come through recently. Again, I want to take one card on that, on Eros, on Cupid. Oh my God, I see love, I see love, I see love. Choices in love. This is aces. These are the aces. And if someone is making a choice here, remember we had the Queen of Wands and we had the Empress. It looks like it's the Empress that's going to win. Why? Because this is a number 3 and the Empress is a number 3. So either that or a motherly figure has been poisoned by a secret love affair, right? Or the choice that's made here is someone is choosing someone that's more motherly, more nurturing, more loving than just someone that's going to be very flirty, very playful, so on and so forth. So choosing someone that's going to be more loyal. And even with a dog here, and the dog speaks to loyalty, and we know the Empress is loyal. Okay. Let's take a message from the angels, gods, and goddesses. Let's see what the message speaks to. And you know, we've also got choose love. So making a choice in love, and it's a number 21, which equals a 3. And again, that indecent proposal comes through for me. So trust your judgment and whatever feels right. If this is a red flag for you, make sure that you listen to it. So for the air signs in the month of July, thank you, Spirit, the god of the underworld. Something which no longer serves you is about to end, you see. This is Pluto. Some of you may be letting go of a Scorpio. God of the underworld. Hades, god of death and the underworld, has appeared in your reading today to mirror an impending death. Yet this is not a physical death, rather it is the death of outmoded ways of thinking, belief systems or emotional patterns that restrict or prevent you from moving towards a more positive and inspiring future. On a subconscious level, you have yearned to rid yourself of these traits which deep in your heart you know keep you from being and experiencing all you can. It is difficult to let go of something so familiar to you, yet know that in this instance it is essential that a part of you die in order for you to experience the endless possibilities. Surrender, let go gracefully, and trust. There's the general energy. Surrender, let go. Hades is often brutal in his ways, so you may feel unsettled or out of balance in the coming days, or in this month of July, I'm going to say. However, remember that this is all a natural part of the healing process. This card is not a curse, rather it is a blessing which has the power to transform your life. Remember, death and rebirth are two sides of the same coin. You cannot have one occur without the other. Let go of the old and make way for something new. So, it is we could say it is fairly on point what is going on. What is going on with this reading? I mean, messages that we spoke about in the reading have come through here. We do end up with the 10 of Swords as the outcome, which is an ending. But remember, it is a possible new beginning. You had many aces. You had many aces. Remember, I said it's a time of surrender. Choose love, loving yourself first so that you could attract the right love. A soulmate. A soulmate which is, he's down on his knees. He is down on his knees. And be careful because he's not going to be begging. He ain't going to be begging, darlings. So, even if this is someone that you don't see as, fully your total match, give them a chance, I'm going to say. Give it a chance. You never know. Let's take some love messages and see how they resonate for you. And this ending could be, because it's going to be very powerful, the nodes squaring over to Pluto around the 17th till the end of the month, I'm going to say. It's not going to be an easy time. Let's see what's opened up here. You feel like home to me. So someone who feels very familiar. Your words linger in my mind. I just have to do something else right now. Please understand. I think this card has come out for a few signs. For a few of the elements, I should say. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. No other compares to you. I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid. Once anyone goes through a Plutonian rebirth, death and rebirth, fear is the last thing on their mind, because Pluto makes us stronger, and Pluto is all about breaking down your foundation. This is very profound and very powerful this month for you. There's a breakdown of your foundation, your core romantic life, and it's all about rebuilding. But before you can rebuild, you need to let it go, let it break down, surrender it to spirit and to the divine. I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. Oh my God, sounds like karma to me. But nevertheless, I do hope that this resonated, and it will not resonate for everyone, remember. I'm wishing you well, and you'll have to listen again and again. There's so much here in this reading. I'm wishing you well in the month of July, my dear air signs. All the best, and I will be back. Remember, the individual signs are on tier 1 on Patreon. So check that out if you feel so called to. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Wishing you well. Namaste. Ta-da.